Did you know that bilingual students tend to do better in education than monolingual students? Well, I'm Camden Craighead, and this is my Comm 210 Persuasive speech on bilingualism and early education and why it's important to start earlier than what we're doing now. So, the main purpose for this is that currently we teach it mainly in high school level, and in some schools they don't even force foreign language for high school. And then for the and then I'm actually a bilingual student from learning it in high school, but because I learned it at such a late age, I struggle to retain the information I have from that foreign language. So it's much harder to retain that information because of when I learned it. And then it seems like it's very important it should be more important to the US because of the fact that we have so much foreign relation with other countries. And the only main language that we speak would be Spanish and Chinese a little bit. So there's a lot of other languages from the countries we're doing trade with, and a very small portion of the US even knows a second language to begin with. So my main 3 points are the critical age for learning a second language, the difference in attention control between bilingual and monolingual children, and then the academic growth difference between children immersed in foreign language programs and those who aren't. So the critical age for learning a second language is about the time you're in 3rd grade on, a little bit after that into middle school. So in elementary school, it's very important for students to have like the vital experiences with several cultures, so that and then also with the languages, because around this time is where kids will develop that interest in continuing that foreign language, as well as just developing the language to learn it as well, because around this time is when our brain functions for learning something rather than building upon the foundation we've already set, which is about the time you're in high school is where you're just building from that foundation. So it's much worse that we're trying to do that, teach foreign language in a high school level setting, because of the fact that our brain is functioned to build from what we already have rather than to learn something from scratch. The difference between monolingual and bilingual individuals, the main difference is the attention control that they have and their focus. So a lot of these students that have been in studies on this have shown growing and exponential growth differences as they age throughout the school programs for their attention control, and they struggle. The monolingual students tend to struggle more with keeping on task and staying focused with stuff, compared to the bilingual students that have an easier time focusing on one task and putting out their distractions. One of the actual main points of that is that bilingual students tend to be better listeners than monolingual people. The bilingual individuals have a better time focusing on the literacy and the articulation and everything of a language because of the fact that they know multiple, and it allows them to be able to better listen to a conversation. The academic growth change between children immersed in foreign language and those who aren't is an exponential difference because of the fact that they develop better study habits and better learning habits because of the fact that they built foundations for literacy through multiple languages. So literacy is one of the most proficient areas that you see a difference, because learning another language actually helps with proficiency in the first language they learn as well as their second language. And bilingual instruction, as it says here in this quote, has long-term benefits for children's language and literacy proficiency in both languages. So when they learn multiple languages, it'll help with that literacy as well as the the other academic classes through that. The future is in our hands. We have to go out there and push for the changes we want and put out these programs that they need right now. There's not a lot of programs that help with early development or even good programs for foreign language development, even in the high school level, because as I said before, many people forget all of the language they learn. So that foreign language in high school, most people forget anyway. So they need to fix the curriculum right now. So we need to try and help push for that change. And I think one big way of changing that would be the earlier development because of that. So, as I said before, language is just much easier to learn at a younger age because of the way our brain develops and learns. And then we also have seen more control and focus in bilingual children compared to monolingual children, as well as it promoting overall just a better academic growth for those immersed in these foreign language programs. And then here are my sources. 3 of them were from the quotes that were on the presentation, and then one of them was from a topic I discussed on the second main point.